What's up, internet? My name is Soul Control. Hope you all doing good. As always, today I just wanted to get into a little topic, a little debate that took place on Jay's On It channel, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I think it's a conversation that needs to be had, a conversation without disrespect or name calling or degrading somebody. To make a point because all the followers will agree to anything you know in Dead by Daylight killer base. So if you're a killer base, then all of the killer mains and people who mainly play killer, they're going to down your opinions. But the thing is, I think more survivors need to speak out, um because to me, in my opinion, camping and tunneling is a real big problem in Dead by Daylight. Whether people want to see it or not, to me, it tells a story. When you camp and you tunnel, it tells a story. It tells a story about how you want to control and play the game instead of how the game is supposed um, to be played. King Wolfe is another content creator. I'll drop his information in the description as well, along with Jay's on. I'm a big fan of King Wolfe, just because I think King Wolfe is funny. You know what I'm saying? And Jay is a good guy. So all I'm trying to do is just have the discussion. It's no dissing or anything like that. But I think tunneling and camping is really unhealthy for the game. I think that's why the changes um, have been made to stop camping and tunneling, and it will continue to be made, um, because survivors are the ones who play the game, and survivors are the large majority of the community. Even though the community is really toxic, and yeah, there is self-entitlement there. I think the reason why the self-entitlement exists on survivor side is because you know, um, survivors pay for the cosmetics, survivors pay for the game, but also survivors want to play the game. Um, it's hard to bring people in a community when you got thirsty ass killers that want to play quick and hard. You know, oh, let me tunnel this person out because in the lobby I saw he used Prestige 85. Oh, let me tunnel him out because he knows how to loot. And that's the thing. Killers no longer want to do the chase. If you're in a map with pallets everywhere, killers don't want to do with that, but don't want to deal with that. But here's the thing: you have a lot of killers who played this game for years since it came out. They know how to go around it. Why is that? Because most of the killers, when they play Survivor, they play mostly bad survivors. Um, don't ever believe content creators, and this is for like people in community, specifically survivors. Don't ever believe a content creator that say they always play the top percent. They don't always play the top percent. Okay, that's I would love to see the information on that. Because that's one of the things they say. Oh, I'm always playing the top percent. I'm always playing come. No, you're not. You play. How do you go over 100 winning streak, right? Your win streaks are over 100. All of them were comp. I don't believe that. You see what I'm saying? Most of the people that play this game are bad Swifts and bad survivors. In solo queue, I play solo queue a lot. I try not to play with friends as much anymore. The reason why I'm saying that is because I've had bad experiences playing with quote unquote so-called friends, and they take the game too hard. They take the game too seriously. I had a lot of fallout, but that's a story for another day. But my whole point is, when you play so many bad survivors and as far as solo queue and Swift, the complaints are going to be in. Oh, I played a Wesker, he's using Hubris, or I'm playing a Wesker, he's using barbecue and chili, or whatever oil perks to get to either down a survivor instantly, or um just get a hook, for in a short chase. That's why lethal pursuer is there. If killer's using lethal pursuer, they see him right away. So now I'm going on a chase, and I want to make that chase short as hell. Or if I got discordance, I know where the survivors are. Again, barbecue and chili, I know where the survivors are. Starstruck, know where to an insta down. If you're good with Bubba, insta down. If you're good with Ghostface, insta down. So when you have killers whose power can insta down you, or you using perks where I can see the survivors across the map or near me, there's a great chance you're going to down that survivor and get your hooks. The problem is, with you having that, why are you tunneling? Okay, so you down a survivor with whatever perks, whatever power. To me, in my opinion, let the survivor go, let the survivor play. And the reason why I'm saying let the survivor go and let the survivor play, so they can do a gen or get a heal and reset. But that's not how killers now, more so than ever, are playing. What they doing is they down. Now I'm gonna stay on you because I don't want you going far. I want quick and easy wins, right? And so that's the dynamic that's going to end up changing, I think, Dead by Daylight, because the devs call themselves nerfing a whole lot of the survival perks which they have, right? And so now, with what's going on now, with all these content creators showing everybody how to end survivors under, under 10 minutes, right? That's going to end up being like, hey, these killers, even with 10 seconds borrowed time, all they really doing is waiting out the 10 seconds, and they continue to down you. This needs to stop, or I'm not playing the game, or I'm not going to add money into this game. While most will still play the game, some, they do have the will to be like, you know what, I'm not fucking around with this game anymore, because the King Wolfes and the JaysOnIt and the true talents of the world, they keep playing wicked and evil, and they are down to me and ending the game under 10 minutes, and then they want to slug, or and that's the other thing about slugging. Apparently, hopefully they'll make Unbreakable and Soul Guard base kit, because if you make Unbreakable and Soul Guard base kit, then you're able to get that endurance, and slugging to slow down, and all they'll do is down you and hook you. But yeah, I just think that camping and tunneling is really hurting the game, and that sum that I mentioned can be a large sum, to the point where they'll start seeing the difference, and I'm talking about behavior in the currency, right? Because that sum, you don't know how much that sum could be. So if they're going to keep making adjustments, I would love to them to do that, because you can never balance this game, but I think you could balance it enough to where killers are able to hook and stay away from the hook, instead of making excuses and saying, oh, well, they're nose diving to the hook. Yeah, they nose diving to the hook because, number one, that's either their friend, or number two, they want the points. Number three, they want a pip. And fourthly, they don't know, the faster you get somebody off the hook, the better, because you don't know. Killers, they'll act like they're leaving the hook, but then they'll come, seconds later, they'll come right back. So some people don't want to wait, the full, up to 1 minute. 10 seconds, all right, he's gone. All right, I'm gonna get you off the hook. That's not nosediving. You know what I mean? And then just because you see it doesn't necessarily mean you have to go for it. If you see two survivors at a hook, you know, there has to be somebody out there that you can catch. But see, that's too much like work. No, if I see two survivors on one survivor healing, then no, I'm gonna go after him, right? So it's attack, 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 and you know, in the game, look at this guy. I just gave him the syringe. You see this? There you go. See, you healed. Run. Not to me, but see what's going on. But you know, and then sometimes survivors. I will say this: sometimes survivors don't make it any better if they, you know, not playing the game with, you know, I'm not being insulted, but with like a level of common sense, right? There are things that you should do in front of the killer, like teabagging, you know, or if you still see the killer by the hook, you know, if it's not swapping, wait till he leaves. So a lot of that stuff, he or she, you know, throw that in. Wait till he or she leaves the hook, right? Or they, I don't know. But all I'm trying to say is that we all play a part in trying to, you know, balance the game and make it fair. And yeah, I mean, there are some trolling survivors out here who are really good at the game, and they can make life hard. But to me, I just think that the trolls in this game aren't so common. It's hard for me to believe that every killer that, you know, turns on this game and show the whole world you know, what they're playing or who they're playing, that it's always constant. That's why they playing the way they playing, or a bully squad. That's not true. I would probably say out of 10 games, you probably want to run, I don't know, I would say probably 3 out of the 10 will probably be some bully squad, if even that. So I'm just saying, like, these are the reasons why I feel like, you know, these killers continue to do what they do. They hurting themselves. But I just feel like these are the reasons why a change eventually in 2023 is going to come. More time on borrowed time, on base borrowed time. Instead of 10 seconds, I think it could be 20. And then borrowed time to perk itself may go up to 30 or 40. You just never know. I believe you should have base unbreakable, base soul guard. I think you should have it, and I think eventually that is going to come, right? Because nobody wants to be slugged at the end of the game and wait around for the killer, you know, to look for the fourth man and to get his 4K. So I heard that they were supposed to be making these types of changes. I don't know how soon, but I do hear, you know, or read, you know, in forums and stuff that it's supposed to be like Twitter. You know, I don't know what's true or what's false. I ain't gonna sit here and act like I do like deep fucking research. I don't. You know, I'm just a common man, an average man. You know, just more trying to voice my opinion out here, make, you know, my voice known for survivors, because there ain't too many survivors out here that's really talking to the scared of the followers. But you know, I just think, you know, that shit needs to slow down, man. You know, take your foot off the brake. And it's not a thing about playing nice. It's not playing nice. It's just fair play. You know, because not everybody's good at this game. So, you know, if they're not good at the game, and you can read that, you can tell that, I don't think there's nothing wrong with just taking your foot off the brake. You know what I'm saying? It's just like if you play Street Fighter or something like that. You know, you play Street Fighter, you know this kin that you're going up against is not a good kin if you're throwing up random shorus, right? Or Tekken. You know, it's easy to get, you know, no round browns in Tekken if the player isn't that good. You know what I'm saying? You can read. I mean, every game we've been reading enemies and opponents since Nintendo, right? You know you can beat Glass Joe and Punch Out. You know you get insta down Ball Bull and Punch Out. You know, I mean, we've always been reading the AI and opponents for years. Killers know when they're up against, not so good survivors. But the more, killers keep pissing them off and justifying lazy play, the more, buffs survivors are going to get, and the more they're going to keep changing this game. Because they are the majority. And I don't know why is that so hard to understand, right? I mean, they even put zero build in Fortnite. It's like, okay, I could play Fortnite without builds, and now what happened? Everybody else's wins is jumped up. So, hey, I mean, what do I know? But I'm just telling killers, let my people go.